It was the middle of the night. We were staying in the Pueblo Magico, Tapalpa, and I felt something on my neck, like a stinging. And I almost didn't wake Maddie up, but figured I better in case it's something serious.
From my perspective, I was sound asleep. I was none the wiser to anything that was about to go down. Jordan wakes me up and he goes, "Hey, do you see anything on the back of my neck? Is there a bite or something?" So I go and grab my phone and turn the flashlight on my phone. I shine the light on the back of Jordan's neck, and in his shadow on the wall, I saw something. It was a scorpion. A scorpion was just sitting on the wall behind Jordan. I didn't even know what to do, but I just blurted out, "Jordan, don't freak out. Don't freak out. There's something on the wall." At that point, I knew he'd been stung by a scorpion.
The scorpion stung me on the back of my neck. I initially thought it was a couple inches away from my spinal cord, but now I realize that it was literally right next to it. Our first mission, our first order of business was to kill that guy.
And find the closest available shoe and attack.
This thing would not die. We had to hit it so many times. And
So you hit it off the wall with a boot, my boot, thanks. And it fell behind the bed. At that point, I'm like, well, we don't know it's dead. I'm not going back to sleep, 5:30 a.m. or not. I can't sleep if there's a scorpion potentially in this room. It was in fact still alive after hitting it probably, what, like 6 times with a shoe? So then I got the next available thing that I thought might kill it, hairspray. Totally not effective, by the way. And then I'm like, okay, well, orange essential oil is good for repelling bugs. So we drowned the mother in orange essential oil. Still didn't die. This thing was relentless.
so it was about 5:30 a.m. when I got stung. We killed the scorpion. We treated the wound a little bit.
With frankincense essential oil.
And we had a video ready to go, and we're like, well, let's post a video since we're all up and awake now. Left a pinned comment talking about the scorpion and also posted something on our Facebook. And we weren't going to get medical attention because I thought a scorpion sting was nothing to worry about.
That's what I had heard my whole life too. Living in Arizona, there's lots of scorpions. Getting stung is relatively common.
But from what people said, the closer it is to your head, the more of a problem it is.
We're getting a flood of comments saying, go to the emergency room, get medical attention, go see a doctor right now.
So I called up a family member who's a longtime nurse. She said that I need to go to the emergency room right away.
Quick shout out to our patrons. Thank you guys so much for believing in us enough to drop a little something in the tip jar. If you're looking for some extra perks, we do offer those on Patreon. We'll put a link to that down in the description. So in a flurry, we packed up everything into the car. Leska's freaking out. We're trying to make sure we didn't leave anything. We're trying to look for the closest emergency room or hospital.
We thought we had to go back to the Chapala Red Cross.
Yeah, because we couldn't really find anything. Nothing was coming up within 2 hours on the map. So that was a little bit terrifying. So bright and early, sin café, sin desayuno. We were on our way to Chapala, which is about 2.5 hours away. We're heading out of town and Jordan sees a bunch of ambulances in front of this small building, which didn't even have a name on it. So we're like, you know what, it's better if we stop here. Maybe they can direct us to the nearest hospital.
It actually said something like medical municipal or municipal. So this is where things got a little tricky for us. Although we're learning Spanish and we can have most daily conversations, I don't know any of these words. I don't know anti-venom, I don't know needle, or what are some other words?
Sting.
Oh yeah.
Help. Just kidding, we know that one.
Right, so basically all of this interaction was with Google Translate.
Thank you to Google Translate.
At first the doctor didn't think we spoke any Spanish because we just didn't know any of these words.
And we were pretty shaken up and nervous. And
yeah, for sure. And Laska's waiting in the car. Fortunately, they brought me right in there and they had the anti-venom in this small building. And we're in a small town and I was shocked that there were 3 ambulances outside this municipal medical building or whatever this was.
And yay, thank you for that. Thanks
Right.
for being well stocked. We heard a story from a friend in the Chapala area that she went to a few hospitals and none of them had the anti-venom after she got bit and was having terrible reactions to a scorpion sting.
So we're in Morelia right now. If you see this gorgeous cathedral in central area behind me, back in Tapalpa, they grabbed these vials of anti-venom They call the doctor, who I think must have been on property because he got there really fast. And they take me into this other room. They prepare it with serum or fluids, and then they put a little bit of painkiller in there. They use 2 vials of what I assume was some type of anti-venom. They asked me if I was allergic to anything, all with Google Translate. Him doing Google Translate back to me, even though he did speak a little bit of English. And yeah, they had me set up with a needle in my veins a few minutes later. So I have the antidote in my arm right now. As I'm sitting here, I'm feeling more symptoms. My fingers are tingly. I'm getting very lightheaded. Pretty much my whole face is going numb. The first 15 minutes we were there, they were getting worse and worse. So I'm glad we found this place on the way out of town and went there, because
who knows what would have happened 2 hours later.
Right. And like when stuff is getting that close to your throat.
We were in there for about 30 minutes to an hour with the physician watching over Jordan the entire time. They're basically just letting the IV drain into the veins.
Well, after about 15 or 20 minutes, the symptoms start to subside and the numbness started going away in my lips and my tongue.
So at that point we asked, how much is it going to be? Expecting maybe 800 pesos, 1,000 pesos, something like that, for this doctor visit.
Something like this for you to go into a hospital in the US, you to get anti-venom, have a doctor watch over you for an hour. That's going to be a minimum of 500 US dollars, probably closer to 1,000 or 20,000 pesos. We asked the price, 80 pesos. 80.
80 pesos, 80 pesos nada más, he said.
$4. Wow.
Gong! Gong! Just remember, you only have to gong it once.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and gong that bell! So you see our next video when we put it out. You may have seen in our Cozumel video that I mentioned that I've been wearing my friend's sunglasses from Sol Sunglasses the whole time we've been in Mexico. Resso just reached out to us and sent us this pair of sunglasses. They're made out of titanium, they're super flexible, you can hardly feel them on your face. So if you're looking for a higher end pair of sunglasses, this might be something you want to check out. We weren't super familiar with it, but we had heard that in Mexico there's various levels of hospitals, from very cheap public hospitals to fairly expensive high-end private hospitals. And given that this said something like municipal on the side of the building, I'm guessing this was a public hospital, but I think it was a unique experience for one of those, because I was the only patient in there. There was no one else at all, no wait whatsoever, and it was very, very cheap. But comment below, let us know if you know if municipal means that it is indeed public.
So all in all, I thought this hospital seemed pretty nice, very clean. There were some things in there that looked a little dated, yeah, like maybe from the 90s or something, but no part of that left me with less confidence about their medical expertise or anything. I felt like they knew exactly what they were doing, got right down to it, no hesitation, and it ended well, so.
Yeah, the anti-venom worked well, and I mean, within a half hour, my symptoms were almost completely gone, and a couple hours later, they were totally gone, except for numbness on the back of my neck that lasted
persisted
for, yeah, at least a week. Considering the size of the small town and that this hospital type building was no bigger than a doctor's office, I was surprised that they had the anti-venom there, but very relieved. And they said it's a common occurrence there, which is probably why they always have it on hand.
Over the course of our channel, we've gotten tons and tons of questions about medical and costs of medical in Mexico. This is our very first experience with this, so we hope we covered all the bases that we could, but if you still have any questions, let us know in the comments. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, not because Jordan got stung by a scorpion, but because you like us, or like the video, or like our channel.
Or like that everything turned out alright.
And subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. We'd love to see you in the next video. And one more thing. Gong that bell so you get notified when we put out a new video.
And we'll see you there.